Hello, everyone, and welcome to Easy English Conversations. I'm Anna.
And I'm Ben, joining you from a bright and busy Wednesday morning here in Phnom Penh. It's about 10 a.m.
Good morning, Ben. Your day is well underway. Today, we have a very practical, hands-on episode. We're going to teach you the essential phrases you need for everyday English conversations.
This is so important. When you learn English from a textbook, you learn perfect grammar. But you don't always learn the real, natural phrases that native speakers use to navigate a conversation.
Exactly. We're talking about the glue of conversation, the phrases we use to start talking, express our opinions, agree or disagree, ask for help, and say goodbye politely. It's about moving from simply answering questions to truly participating in a dialogue.
We've broken these phrases down into different categories based on the situation you're in. We'll introduce each phrase, explain what it means, and show you how to use it in a real mini conversation.
Okay, the first step is always the hardest, starting the conversation. We all learn how are you and the classic answer, I'm fine, thank you, and you? But in reality, native speakers use many other more informal phrases.
That's so true. I almost never hear people say, I'm fine, thank you. It sounds a bit robotic. What are some better alternatives for, how are you?
Great question. For a casual situation, you can use, how's it going? Or how are you doing? Or even just, what's up? And the answers are usually more descriptive, like, pretty good, thanks, or not bad, just been busy with work, or can't complain.
I use how's it going all the time with the barista at my local coffee shop, for example. It's friendly and relaxed.
Exactly. Now, what if you see a friend you haven't seen for a while? Instead of just saying hello, you can ask, what have you been up to? This is a great open question that invites them to share their recent news.
Let's do a quick role play. Anna, imagine we just bumped into each other at the supermarket. I'll start.
Okay, go for it.
Anna, hey, I haven't seen you in ages. How's it going?
And Ben, wow, what a surprise. It's going well, thanks. Just the usual. What have you been up to?
Oh, work has been crazy. But I'm planning a trip soon, so that's exciting.
See, that feels much more natural. The final part of starting a conversation is small talk. This is the polite chat about unimportant things. The easiest and most common topic is the weather. A simple, lovely day, isn't it? Or, I can't believe all this rain we're having, is a perfect conversation starter.
It's a safe topic that everyone can comment on. In Phnom Penh, the go-to is always, so hot today, right? It works every time.
Once you're in a conversation, you'll want to share your ideas. The most basic phrase is, I think, but there are many other, more nuanced ways to express your opinion.
What if you want to give a very direct or honest opinion, maybe something that is slightly different from what others are saying?
In that case, you can use to be honest or frankly. These phrases signal to the listener that you are about to be very candid. For example, to be honest, I didn't really enjoy that movie.
That's useful. It prepares the other person. What are some other options for I think?
You can use, in my opinion, this is a bit more formal, as I see it, or from my point of view. And if you're not sure, you can say, I'm not sure, but I feel like, or I could be wrong, but this shows you are open to being corrected.
Okay, let's try it. What did you think about that new cafe that opened downtown?
Well, to be honest, I was a little disappointed. The coffee was good, but in my opinion, the music was way too loud. As I see it, a cafe should be a relaxing place.
See, that's much more dynamic. Another key part of conversation is reacting to what the other person says. Instead of just nodding, you can use short phrases to show you're listening.
Yes, these are called reaction phrases. They show engagement. Simple ones include, oh, really? That shows surprise. That's interesting. It shows you're thinking about what they said. You're kidding or no way. That shows disbelief or great surprise. I see or right. That shows you understand.
Using these makes the speaker feel heard. If I said, I just want a trip to Japan, and you just nodded, it would be strange. But if you said, no way, you're kidding, it shows you share my excitement.
This next section is so important for having a good debate or discussion. How to agree and, more importantly, how to disagree without being rude.
Let's start with the easy one, agreeing. Beyond I agree, what can we say?
For strong agreement, you can use powerful single words like exactly, absolutely, or totally. Or you could say, I feel the same way, or you took the words right out of my mouth.
That last one is a great idiom. It means you said exactly what I was thinking.
Now, for the tricky part, disagreeing. The golden rule is to acknowledge the other person's point before you give your own. The most famous and useful phrase for this is, I see your point, but...
Yes, that's the classic. It's respectful. You show you listened, and then you offer your different perspective.
Other great options for polite disagreement are, I'm not so sure about that. That's a valid point. However, I understand where you're coming from, but I see it differently.
Let's have a mini debate. Topic, a 4-day work week is a good idea. You go first.
In my opinion, a 4-day work week would improve employee well-being and productivity.
I see your point, but I'm not so sure about that. I think some industries would struggle to serve their customers if they were closed an extra day.
That's a valid point. However, companies could stagger their employees' days off to ensure coverage.
I hadn't thought of that. That's a good point.
And that's how a polite disagreement works. You listen, acknowledge, and then state your view. This section is dedicated to every language learner out there. It is 100% okay to not understand something. The important thing is to have the right phrases to ask for help.
Please don't just nod and smile if you're lost. It's so much better to ask. What's the simplest way to ask someone to repeat themselves?
You can simply say, sorry, I didn't catch that. Could you say that again, please? Or more informally, sorry, what was that?
I didn't catch that is a very natural phrase. What if you hear the words, but you don't understand the meaning of a specific word or phrase?
Then you can ask directly, what do you mean by word or phrase? Or, I'm not familiar with that expression. Could you explain it?
This is so helpful. Finally, what if you think you understand, but you want to be sure?
This is a fantastic technique called checking for understanding. You rephrase what you think they said. You can start with, so, if I understand correctly, you're saying that, so what you mean is, just to clarify, are you asking if...
This shows the other person you are really trying to understand. It's a very active listening skill. And never be afraid to say, could you speak a little more slowly, please? Most people are very happy to help.
We've started a conversation, we've shared opinions, and we've clarified things. Now how do we end it without being abrupt?
You can't just turn around and walk away. There are social signals we use to show the conversation is finishing.
Exactly. The first step is to use a summary phrase, something like, well, it was great talking to you. It's been lovely to catch up. This signals the end is near. After that, you give a reason for leaving.
Right. You can say, anyway, I should get going. A general reason. I've got to run, I'm afraid. Informal suggests you're in a hurry. I'd better let you go. A polite way to say you need to leave.
Finally, you say a nice closing line. Instead of just goodbye, you can say, take care, talk to you soon, or the very common and friendly, have a good one.
Have a good one just means have a good day or evening or weekend. It's a great all-purpose closing.
And there we have it, a complete tour of a conversation, from how's it going to have a good one.
We've covered a lot of phrases today. It might feel like a lot to remember.
It is, so don't try to memorize everything at once. The key is to start noticing these phrases when you listen to English. Then choose just one or two new phrases that you like and challenge yourself to use them.
That's the best way to learn. So for our listeners, here is your challenge. What is one new phrase from today's episode that you are going to try and use this week? Think about it, and then go and use it.
Practice is everything. We hope this toolbox of phrases helps you feel more prepared and confident.
Thank you for joining us for this deep dive into everyday conversation.
Until next time, take care.
Have a good one, everyone.